Do you always want to actually root for the game to actually success? I'm pretty sure all of us were. I think one like any good human being, like all of us, whenever there's a game come out and it looks pretty cool or at least looks decent, you also like really have passionate feelings for the games. You would also like really rooting for the game to succeed. Whenever there's a game comes out, whether or not it's gonna be bad or good, you kind of still wishes for the game to at least succeed. At least like have developers look at their success and like see like hey, we can do better than that, or maybe we can actually learn from our mistakes. That's always going to be a thing. But there are some cases of like some games that are actually really good that actually supposed to be like faded with success, but for some reason it with misfortune is on their shoulders. The game actually didn't do very well in sales, and somehow the studio got shut down. And there is tons of games like that, unfortunately. But I want to talk about the first Berserker Kazan. This game unfortunately breaks my heart. All right, it breaks my heart because the studio behind those development team has been actually dissolved into the Nexon Group. Actually, when this game came out, it's supposed to be a Souls-like game, and I know for sure this game was actually came out the same year as Lies of P, and it was the year of Souls-like because that is the game of like two Souls-like game coming back to back, being a really good game. When Kazan came out, it was one of the few games that I really do love enjoying playing, even before coming out. It's the best demo I've ever played because the game is so fast paced, so challenging. But it's like the next Sekiro, I would say. It's really enjoyable. Even the graphic itself is actually enjoyable. It's really nice and different. But I would say like what really turned me off a little bit was Unreal Engine 5. There were problems where like the optimization tends to happen, but regardless, Kazan, the first Berserker Kazan, man, is such a slapper, man. It's such a banging game, dude. Man, but like after it came out, years and years, and like I did hear multiple times that the game did not reach the revenue they wanted, did not reach the sales that it was intended to do, and that breaks my heart. I did make a video about this game, and I just generally think this game is a very sleeper game because last year this game was not even nominated at all throughout the game of the year. Okay, it pisses me off, man. Like Jeff Keighley, what the hell are you doing, dude? At least like look at this game. At least nominate this game being one of the best action game. Because personally, this is my game of the year for the action game. The Kazan, the first Berserker, is so good. I would literally play this over any kind of action game, really. I haven't finished up the game, but for me to be able to play the demo for over like 5 times is just always going to say it. It speaks by itself. It's so damn enjoyable. The bosses are just banging after banging. They're just chaotic and just fun and satisfying when it comes to parrying, doing combos, and there is lore behind the first Berserker Kazan that is actually really interesting because it actually scaled down. It actually is like connected to another game. I don't remember what it was, but it was an older universe game. And really, this is a thing that I just breaks my heart when it comes to gaming. When there is a game that is really good, but it when become being under the radar, so some games doesn't actually do well in sales, and yeah, and they didn't get the amount of support they needed, and the game development team behind those kind of amazing games are just gone. Like, look at the Last Survivor, Jedi of the Last Survivor is supposed to be a really good Jedi game. Unfortunately, the developers behind that actually left the game behind because because AI are kind of dickheads. There's more games that are similar to this, unfortunately, like Dead Space Remake. We could have gotten Dead Space Remake 2, but Dead Space Remake 1 didn't exceed the sales they wanted to because the sales from EA are just too unrealistic. But Kazan is a little bit different. I don't know what was the targeted sales they needed to reach, but for a couple of years or a couple of months already when after the game came out, it didn't reach the sales they needed to, and it got dissolved. And that's not what I wanted, man. Like, I really want to see that this game has its own DLC, or maybe some new content, or maybe some sequel to come out next year or something. It would have been really nice. This game is so stupidly fun and good. It's so like greedy, just punchy enough for me to enjoy the action. Like everybody who plays this game would love to have more of this game. They don't have actually have like to change your character from male character to a female character. People will love that actually. The developer seems to know what they wanted to do with their game actually. But it breaks my heart that it doesn't work that way. It breaks my heart, man. For real, man. But if you want to give more love for this game, if you want to actually play more action game, and you have never heard of the first Berserker Kazan, I would recommend you guys to check the game out. It is one of the few best phenomenal game I have ever seen, man. Really, really enjoyable. One of those games where it came out of nowhere, blew my mind out of it, and just it's just a really, really fun game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to yap about it. I hope you have a lovely day or have a lovely night. Sayonara, Sarkis. Peace out.